We are treating water for scale, corrosion, biolife, prevention in water systems.
WESU came to us and said they have a system that can treat it without chemicals. And they said they will be cheaper. So it was a cost efficiency and environmentally friendly method. So we gave them a chance to try it. My name is Charles Fourie. I'm the Biox plant manager. Okay, the WESU system has been installed now for approximately a year now. In the beginning we had a lot of scale formation in the reactor pipes. Also the color was more dark, so there was a lot of impurities. The last 2-3 months we found that the amount of scaling has reduced dramatically. And the color, this last color that we looked at, the scaling is more whitish calcium carbonate. So it shows you that it's mostly the calcium carbonate that comes from the fresh water. In general, we used to use 2 pumps to supply enough water for the whole cooling system. Currently we're only running 1 pump. It's about a 44 kilowatt motor's power that we save at this stage. I've been thinking I must maybe look at putting some of that water through these other, switch off these one of these cooling towers and run that water through to here.
That's a mistake, because then we don't have to supply another machine.
It's your loss. If your machine is so good, why bother?
In the past, the mine had to improve heat transfer and remove all the scale build up during a period. They had to periodically fill in a drum, lift it up to the tank, connect each of the cooling coils into the Savtox drum and circulate the Savtox through the coils in order to remove all the scale. As things are now with the WESU system, this will not be required anymore.
A set pattern that we had to every 2 years replace packings on the on a cooling tower, but at this stage it looks as if we'll be able to stretch it for a longer period, if not for indefinite, until the packing fails due to normal wear and tear, but not due to scaling of the packing.
The mine found out that from a situation of undercooling capacity during hot water season, they reach a situation where they've got overcapacity, and they have now to reduce the amount of cooling water that they supply into the tanks by about 85%.
But yes, if you look at the delta T's, this used to be about 969, but then this would be flow rate would be, say, was about 60 cubes. Now I get 12 with 27. So my delta T's are very nice. Now, as I say, I can run much less pumps.
Our system is based on principles of chemistry, on electrochemistry, and does not require any chemical addition, only a minute amount of electricity which accelerates the chemical reaction inside the water and manufacture the scale 1,000 to 1,500 times faster than scale is deposited naturally in your system.
It has proven itself in that the temperatures of the cooling coils shows that there's no scale buildup. So we have a very high heat transfer rate through the cooling coils. There has been no detectable deterioration of the transfer rate due to scale formation in the cooling pipes. And there's all indications that we monitor shows that that it's working, and we're getting very good results from it.
And the amount of electricity we are using is about 200 watt per 50 cubic meter per hour, which is like the lighting in this room, or 400 watt when we are using it on cooling tower.
The WESU system scales the carbonates in their reactor, in their system, and not on the piping of the cooling system. So you force the scaling to occur in a place where you can control it, and not in a place where you don't want it to scale. And by removing it, you can recycle your cooling water for a longer period of time, so you don't have to bleed off to prevent too high a buildup of scaling. From an operational point of view, as a guy who has to keep the plant running, I can tell you it's working. The WESU system has an SMS system that gives you warning if there's any parameters that are out of the required area that it must be in. So I'm getting a pre-warning, so when my my shift foreman phones me to tell me there's a power problem, I could tell him, okay, you've stopped at that time you had a power failure, how's it going? So I'm sort of pre-warned and I have more insight, so they find it strange that I know so much about what's happening on the plant. So yes, it's an additional benefit. As long as the water flow is going through, nobody tampers with the valves, it runs by itself. It's a self-monitoring and self-maintained piece of equipment. There was an electromagnet one that we tried. That didn't work. In comparison with the chemical system that we have installed, is the cost in terms of chemicals. The fact that you don't need chemicals. So if you look at the safety, inherent safety of the system, you don't have to worry about people being poisoned by extra chemicals that's now situated on your plant.
Our technology is completely environmentally friendly and doesn't present any hazard to the environment, nor it represents hazard to the people that are handling the machine. When comparing the technologies used to treat water in the industry, we find out that the success rate of the well-known magnetic and electromagnetic technologies is around 50% success rate. Chemicals success rate is around 65%, while our technology guarantees 95% success rate. There are over 2,500 systems worldwide. The return on investment on all the projects that we are working in South Africa, in the mining industry, is below 12 months, where we replace potable water with industrial or mining water. The return on investment drops down sometimes to 2 months.
So we've already referred them to Kazakhstan, where there's also a gold mine, which uses the bikes. They also have very bad scaling problems. So yes, I'm happy to refer them to different customers.